there. Okay, so now
It's my life.
hello fish people. Now today we are going to be focusing on my Oscar tanks, and in this tank you can see five of these adorable water dogs, and at the same time you can see all of the mess that they have created. Now they are absolutely slobs when it comes to eating, and of course they produce a lot of waste. So I'm thinking about a filter and an automatic water change system for this tank will do it good in the long run. So watch out, continue watching for the video. This is your solenoid valve. They ran out of 12-volt solenoid valves. I don't normally would recommend this because this is a 220 solenoid valve, and since this is going to be near our tanks, we'll be dealing with water. I just don't think it's a good idea. And this is a Wi-Fi plug. This is a smart plug that we are going to use to control the solenoid to open and close. Over the years, they have become more accessible and more cheaper, and this is more than enough to handle because this is 10 amperes, but I don't think you can get anything lower than that, so it's just gonna be fine. The water, just in case the flow might be too fast and the discharge cannot handle it. By the way folks, I'm using a lot of old materials from construction waste. I just don't really think that if you already had them and you can reuse them, why not? And always use Teflon tape because you don't want to finish a project and only have to backtrack because you're trying to fix multiple leaks. This is not the only way to do this. I mean, it depends on how you're going to lay out your setup. uh, I want a simple setup that, if, as much as possible, can be done with fewer parts. These solenoids have an arrow that points to where the water is going to go, and that's the weird thing about this solenoid because that's also where the power is going to be. So it's going to say something like stay up like this in my setup, and I'm not too comfortable with that, but I'll just try to manage it. Also on the underside, I don't know if that's clear, there's also another arrow here. It's there, but I cannot get the camera to focus on that, so let's just move forward for now. I'm going to be using these hose adapter things. You can buy them in your garden supply store or hardware stores. It mounts at the bottom. I don't really bother with Teflon on this side because this already has a rubber, I don't know what you call it, a rubber seal in there, so it already does a good job of keeping the water from leaking. Good. Now we're going to cut a piece of tubing and mount this somewhere here. Now, as I was looking for a length of pipe to attach, I found this from the scrap pile, and I think this will already work for our purpose. So instead of cutting a new piece of pipe to make it to the shape, you know what, I'm going to just reuse this. I should really be using some sort of a brush for this, but hey. This is solvent, by the way, and I really shouldn't be doing this inside the house because it just stinks. actually bonds quite fast, but the stink will be there for 2 to 3 hours. So for using this, we need to make sure that that's fully cured. So see you again in 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so while we are waiting for our hardware to set and the glues to dry properly, let's set up our Wi-Fi timer. Now, this will need a 3-prong adapter, just like that, to work. So we plug it in there, and it's blinking. It's waiting for you to set it up. So now we go to our we press this plus sign, add the device, smart plug, as you can see, successful. So we have now linked our smart plug successfully. I don't know what it's doing that. It can't focus. There, focus. Okay, good. Now press done, and then the plug is on. You can manually turn this on and off like that. So it turns it on and off. But it's very useful for our purposes because it has a timer feature. And now we can add a schedule, and let's just say that I want the schedule to be on the whole week, and I want it to switch on. How to set the switch on time at exactly, I want the let's just say that I want the water change to start when I'm in the house, let's say at 8 o'clock in the evening. We save that, and then we add another schedule here, and this is going to be the switch off. So how it's going, when it's going to end. So this is going to be every day, and we are going to make it switch off at around 10 minutes. So I want 10 minutes worth of fresh water going into the tank. So we save this, and there you go. It's already pre-programmed. Even if we switch off the or remove it from the power outlet right now, the data that we just programmed or the schedules that we just programmed are still going to be inside. Okay, now this is where I've set up my Wi-Fi timers. They're for different zones. There's also another one there, and the whole place is a mess really because I set it up as I need it. So this is the new one. This is the one that we just set up. And by the way, this setup works because I have my filtration system here. Bale, these are charcoal filters inside. Usually, you see this equipment in water refilling stations when you go and get your drinking water. I modified this so that it will work for fish keeping. It has 3 stages of charcoal, so no chlorine is getting in there. The first one is just scalant balls so that it somewhat mildly softens the water, but not really soft, super soft water. I have an hello fish people. Okay, now time for a demonstration of how this works. And we go. With the press of a button, I can manually turn the auto water change. In this case, it's now filling up water into the tank. And I'm guessing 8 minutes is about 2 inches of water here. Press it again, it turns off. But the most important part of this system is the timer. Here you can see set to start at 8 and end at 8:10. 10 minutes worth of fresh water going into the system. So even if I'm not here, I'm on vacation or whatever, it is guaranteed every day that they'll get some water inside. Also, automatic water change system. Once the water reaches a level somewhere around here, it begins to overflow, and it overflows through our infinite cycle system. Okay, I want to focus a little on the infinite cycle that we have going. If you look closely here, see water is reaching a level and it's causing it to overflow over the PVC piping. You can see there's water flow there. So it's being picked up at the bottom, goes up and over and out at the back, as you can see here. Now, I think I might be more fortunate than others because this is actually the storm drain out here and it just flows out just as easily as that. But anyway, automatic water change system is not complete if there is no way to drain the water outside. So that's it. I have a few videos on this, early videos of mine, but if you want to look how I'm doing this without making holes in the aquarium, then you might want to look up Infinite Cycle in YouTube. Also, Kuya Lito, a fellow Filipino YouTuber, also has a lot of videos on this. He also sells this system on his online shop. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and click like and subscribe. It would really help me grow my channel, and the next video might be an interesting one involving solar power. So click like, subscribe, and the notification bell to see what's going on in my fish room next. Bye.